Welcome back, guys. So previously we talked about where the photos show up on each place page itself. I haven't explained what are the kind of pictures that actually are the top few featured. So I want to go through this. This is not really like very public information maybe, but it's something that you can decipher. Alright, so let's go into a different place. This is a pizzeria. Okay, let's see if it holds true. Of course, this is a pizza restaurant, and they have. Let's see how many photos this place have. Where's the total? So they have 230 pictures. Obviously, if there's very few, all of them will show up. But what if there's 200 in this case? Which are the photos that will get the top bidding? Alright, so I would say out of 200, they will try to have a mix. So I don't want, or as a viewer or the customer, I wouldn't want to come in and see 100 pictures or pizza, right? Because there might be other things that I want to see. So let's go through what are the different types. First, of course, is the food. If it's a food place, a restaurant, you will definitely at least see some photos of the food, alright? So of the first three, I would say at least one will be a food photo. So definitely take photos of the dishes and drinks or whatever is the most important food here. So it's a pizzeria, so show a pizza. If it's a steakhouse, show a steak. But if they sell many different things, you can just take everything. Alright, so food place, food pictures. Second thing, ambience. Especially with the sign. Alright, you can see here food, ambience. So this place shows what the restaurant looks like. When I want to go to a restaurant, I want to see how it looks like. So this is one of the top categories that Google Maps will show up. There's at least one photo in the top view that will show the interior of the restaurant. Alright, see, interior. Interior is definitely a category that wants to be shown, has to be shown. So food again, let's zoom out. Right, so obviously a mix of food and ambience. It won't be just 100 pizzas and then no pictures of a restaurant. That would not be great. Okay, so let's say this one here that we have seen before. Okay, this is a bit like curated, so maybe it's not so relevant. This is close, but it might still apply. So this is a ramen restaurant. Okay, why is it not loading? Okay, correct. So top photo, ambience. You have something that shows what the place looks like, and then you have food photos. Okay, so like I said, ambience, food, and main door. Main door is always very important for any shops, restaurants, commercial places. You want to be able to find the place, see the signboard, know what it looks like. So always aim for these three minimum. Front door showing the signboard or the location, some shot of the food, some shot of the ambience. You can see that the menu, the pictures of the physical menu do not show up in the first view because it's not really a very pretty photo, but it's a very functional and important and useful piece of information, but it will show up later on. And it also, like previous video, it will show up in the menu category like this. So you must still take the menu photos because they have a special place where it shows up. As long as something has a dedicated spot, it means that it has a separate queue of photos that can show up. So if yours is the only one there or one of the top 5, now we're only fighting against 5 other photos for the top spot. So the chances are much better versus 1 out of 200, for example. Not to say that you don't aim for the top picture, but it's important that you go for both the small sections and big sections. Alright, so food, as always, one top photo per dish. So you will want to get as many of these top ones as possible. If you have 4 photos and all shows up here, you just got 4 views, right? And then if you have 1 photo in all these sections up here, just got a few views as well. So don't just aim for 1 view per visitor, aim for like 5 to 10 views per visitor to the page. Let's see another example. Where was our museum? Okay, this one is popular. So this is a museum. Let's look at the top view. I want to go to the top. So first photo, usually of course exterior. Okay, so exterior photo showing the outside of the place with some sky, some trees, some road, the main building, full entire building, right? Then you have a kind of an interior again, right? Interior is important. People want to see interior. Again, you have the outside again, and interior as well. So this is a museum, right? So you don't have food pictures, you don't have menu. So what you're gonna see is a lot of exterior and interior. Okay, so the important thing to know is that exterior and interior both have different categorization. It doesn't mean that you take one exterior, that's all, and just stop there. No, you should take multiple pictures with aiming for the different categories that can show up. All right, so that's very important. That's how you try and get your photo to the top view of the main carousel. All right, so this is of course the main and front and center competition for the most important photo. This is where you need to aim to be at the top photo on the top carousel. So go for the exterior, go for the menu photos, go for the interior photos. Each of these have a chance to be within the top view. Of course, it might not be the top one. The top absolute one is usually the exterior, but the top two or top three are all giving pretty good conversion rates, pretty good photo view rates. So try and supply photos that conform to these categories, that are needed for these categories that people want to see. Again, of course, if yours is a crappy photo, it's out of focus, it's boring, it's blur, it's repetitive, or you have 10 of the same. Okay, don't take 10 pictures, stand this spot and take 10 pictures of the same exterior, and it's just all duplicated. It's not going to be shown. People are going to flag your photo as abuse, and then you're just going to get negative marks against your account. So don't stand in one spot and take 10 pictures, right? Take one here, go inside, take a different one, go to the back, show something different. All right, so take different pictures, because if you take different pictures of different things, you have a better chance where both or all of them might get featured. But if you just stand in one spot and take 10 stupid pictures of the same angle, that's the wrong way to go about it. Okay, and we do not like to see spammy photos, right? You might get like, okay, 10 times 5 points for upload, but come on, that's not the point here. Okay. Yep, so that's that.